All right, let's talk bad habits for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. And here's the catch with bad habits. Oftentimes, we're not willing to admit they're actually bad. But I would submit to you that if you're doing these things, they could be hurting your Jiu Jitsu. Let's talk about it. All right, bad habit number one that we've got to break right now: avoiding bad positions. I get it. In the beginning of your journey, you will spend the majority of your time in bad positions. And then as you develop, guess what? You learn to get in dominant positions and stay there. And to be fair, that is the goal of jiu-jitsu, right? To get in dominant positions and submit. However, we also want to develop our skills of escape, of getting out of bad positions. But here's the catch, and this is, I know it sounds ridiculous, but you can't develop those skills unless you're willing to go there. So here's what I would challenge you to do. In your roles, do you also seek ways to get under mount and develop your skills there? Do you seek ways to get under side control and develop your skills of getting there? Because at some point in your journey, you will find yourself there. But if you've got the bad habit of always avoiding there at all costs, guess what? You're not developing those skills. And when you find yourself there, you're going to be stuck and not knowing what to do. All right, bad habit number two that we've got to break right now is always rolling to win. Now, I get it. The goal of jiu-jitsu: dominate, submit. Yes. Here's what happens as you develop through your journey. You actually get proficient and really good at a certain set of moves, at a certain position, at a certain submission, and maintaining those things and getting really good at finishing that technique. The problem is that you will then learn to rely only on those things. And this is where the bad habit comes in. Because the bad habit is you're always rolling to win, which means you're unwilling to go to things you're not as good at. But I'm telling you that if you remember, the overall goal is to develop your jiu-jitsu as a whole and the entire art. You've got to be willing to put yourself in positions that you're probably going to fail in, positions that are probably going to make you a little unsuccessful. Because how do you get good at something? Well, you fail over and over again until you fail a little less, and then you get kind of good at it. So don't just roll to win. Yes, roll to learn at times. There are times you need to embrace going to positions that you're not as comfortable with so that you can develop those things. Roll to learn. Bad habit number three that we've got to break that you might be doing is defining success only in taps. Now, we've already established the goal is to dominate and submit. But here's the thing. There are so many victories to be had that are aside from the taps. But can you see those? Do you recognize those? If you can't recognize them, you'll never celebrate them. We had a black belt come to town recently, Scott Burr. And you know what he did? He shared that there was a time, even up and through, I believe, his brown belt, where he defined his value and his success was based on taps. And then he reframed everything. And he said, you know what? I'm going to learn to change my value system to where I find success and victories in the smallest of things during a roll. So he might roll for 5 minutes and nobody tapped, but you know what? He had about 6 or 7 victories in there that he celebrated. That is worth thinking about. Okay, guys, those were 3 quick bad habits to break, and I hope that was encouraging to you. If so, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We want to keep content coming that's going to help you in your jiu-jitsu journey.